right, coming up, George Clooney is dead. Tired of people showing up at his Lake Como house uninvited. It's just rude, Brad and Angelina. But first, a story on Hooters will color me surprised by the range of journalism we have. It's the story that shouldn't be a story because it's a non-story, which now makes it a story. I speak of some Pennsylvania 8th graders who, on a recent field trip to Baltimore, had lunch at Hooters. Good for them. The school superintendent says he hasn't received any complaints from parents, and Hooters says they often host large groups of teens. No big deal, except the local Pennsylvania paper ran it as a story. On Wednesday, the Associated Press picked it up, followed by countless websites. Basically, millions of people lost 30 seconds of their lives reading about how some 8th graders wish they wore a bigger T-shirt to the field trip. So let's discuss this in
lightning round.
Hey, John, one of our staffers did the exact same thing on his 8th grade field trip. How is this a story?
It isn't, because Hooters is it serves delicious American fare. It's a wholesome restaurant.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong here.
Ambassador, do you think it's a big deal? At least you don't get beaten up by gangs in Hooters.
Well, I think it's a big deal. I was born and raised in Baltimore. I never got taken to Hooters. These kids come from Pennsylvania, and I don't understand this.
That is true. You know what? You were an abused child.
Exactly.
I think you should sue your family.
Where's the ACLU?
Yes, they should. Something tells me they wouldn't defend you. Jedediah, how can Hooters really be blameless when they're named for women's breasts? This whole owl mascot thing doesn't fool me.
Wait, what?
Let's be honest, though. I mean, 8th graders, maybe this would have been a story 20 years ago, but now 8th graders walking around their blocks are seeing women more scantily clad than this. So,
oh, yeah, they see Bill.
Exactly.
Bill, speaking of,
in a Hooters costume.
Yeah, well, you worked as a waitress in Hooters for a decade.
Yes.
What did you learn?
I learned that it is the most inoffensive, wonderful restaurant on planet Earth. Here's the thing about Hooters. They don't even have shorts. They're wearing pantyhose.
Yeah.
This is like, women wear more offensive things at Arby's, Greg. Have you been there lately?
Yes, I know. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. I know. Here's what my theory before I move on. The websites of these papers realize they get a surge whenever they do a story on Hooters. That's all it is. And so they put these kids through hell. All right, next topic. A new report shows that the number of limousines owned by the federal government rose by 73% during the first 2 years of the Obama administration. The fleet consisted of 412 limos in 2010, up 238 in 2008, an increase of 13,000%. Ambassador, are these limos necessary?
Well, you know, as Congressman Weiner would say, this is a sensitive subject. Diplomats can't function without limousines. Mm-hmm. They can't function without good food. They have to live in nice houses. I mean, let's be fair here.
That is true. You're absolutely right. We can't deprive them of these things, DeVore. Is this just another example, John, of liberal hypocrisy? Joe Schmo can't drive his Hummer, but a diplomat can keep his limo or State Department flack.
Didn't the Bush administration kind of fire this limo production thing
That's
up?
right. Blame it on Condi Rice.
Thank you very much. It was revealed. It happened. I mean, look, it's no.
No?
No.
Okay.
I blame Bush for everything.
Blame Bush for everything. Jedediah, aren't they necessary for security? You got to have something.
They are, and I don't have a problem with limos. I have a problem with anti-drilling, pro-environmental to the extreme radicals then hopping in their jets or their limos and preaching to everyone else about what they should and shouldn't do. But I don't have a problem with them getting.
Yeah, you know what it is? You know what it is? A liberal in a limo is like, you know, a right-wing Christian politician getting busted for having sex in an airport. It's the same thing. It's like the same kind of consistency. Bill, you've never been in a car except for the broken down ones and the junkyards you sleep in. Do you have any thoughts?
That wasn't really a question. You know, you tagged the "do you have any thoughts" at the end just so you could get the insult
exactly.
out.
I have no opinions.
How dare you make fun of my lifestyle choice? It's a choice where I sleep.
It is. It is. It is. All right. Last Tuesday, on Tuesday, that was yesterday, I can't remember.
Who cares?
Sarah Palin and Donald Trump met in New York, dining over a slice of pizza in Times Square. Ugh. The most interesting, perhaps disturbing revelation to come out of this meeting, that Trump, as you can clearly see here on the left, eats his pizza with a knife and fork.
He doesn't know what it is.
DeVore, is this why he could never have been president? He eats pizza with utensils?
Yeah, well, didn't that sort of hurt the first Bush when he couldn't figure out how to use how to buy groceries?
Yeah,
Like he didn't
but that
know what a
happens to
scanner was?
every president always has to know the price of milk. Remember, they always get stumped on the price of milk. But this, I mean,
one big argument against Trump that he was always an aristocrat.
Yeah.
You know, he was born to money. He pulled himself up by his penny loafers from rich to super rich, and that only supports it.
Yeah, Ambassador, can you even trust a grown man who will not eat his pizza with his hands?
I was very disturbed by that, I have to say. I mean, couldn't they have gone to a restaurant and ordered a true New York dish like sushi or something like that?
A California roll, maybe. Jedediah, isn't this like cutting up a hot dog, something you only do for dogs and supermodels?
You know what's interesting, though? If you go to Italy, and I saw this reported somewhere today, and it's actually true, a lot of people in Italy eat their pizza with knives and forks.
Really?
And they don't, yeah, it's really a New York thing. I mean, I pick it up, I'm as messy as they come, but, you know, don't run with that line.
Yeah.
But you know, in Italy they do that, so I don't know.
Bill, you sleep under discarded pizza boxes down by the overpass. That's all.
All right, coming up, we're going to answer your letters, and you're a terrible man.
I know, I am a terrible person. All I know is you can, I don't know.
Trump eats pizza like a socialist.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a story.
Unlike the Hooters one.
Yes, exactly. All right. Time for another break, and remember to check out the new Red Eye podcast. There's a new one every day. To catch them, go to foxnewsradio.com and click on Red Eye. Tonight we talked about the premiere of Franklin and Bash. It's like a premiere of your own death. Yes. Should a cabin fight call for military might? It did during a United trip from D.C. to Ghana, an actual place, when F-16s were scrambled to escort the airline back to Dulles, all due to a fight over a seat. Basically, one passenger felt all was not fine when another put his seat in recline. A scuffle ensued. A flight attendant and fellow traveler stepped in and broke it up. But that didn't stop the Air Force from escorting the Boeing 767 back to the tarmac. Listen to the audio, people with ears.
The passenger is not secured at this time. The passenger has settled down, though, but an assault has taken place. But at this time, it is not secured.
The result, no arrests were made, no official record of the incident was filed, and the identities of the men have not been released. But the flight was delayed for 24 hours. Worse, they still had to go to Ghana. I hate Sweden. For more on this, let's go live to Fox News travel correspondent, world's fastest turtle, for comment.
What's he doing way up here?
What?
Whoa, he was fast. Holy are you kidding me?
I don't lie about these things, people. When I say world fastest.
No lie.
Ambassador, I'm all for safety and diligence, but aren't we going a little crazy here? I mean, pulling the plane around with a scrambling jet?
Well, I know airlines are doing everything they can to provide in-flight entertainment, but when a fight breaks out, I just as soon either get it resolved and get back and not risk flying over the Atlantic Ocean and have this thing continuing. So it may have been a little bit of an overreaction, but these days I think that's the right thing to do.
Jedediah, do you agree?
I do. I have to admit, I'm very comfortable with them being super cautious, because now we say, oh, they overreacted, but if something had happened, we would be saying, thank heavens they reacted quickly.
I think that's the overarching mentality here, but it bothers me that like all these people get screwed because DeVore, a reclining seat. This is an interesting kind of thing because there seems to be a contrast in ideologies about it. Like you buy that seat, that's your seat, you can recline. But this guy asked him not to.
It still doesn't matter. You have the right to recline. It's designed that way. But planes need to be like rigged with like tear gas.
Yeah.
Inside the plane, the pilot safe. He should be able to hit a panic button and gas the entire plane. That'll keep people
But you mean
civilized.
laughing gas, not tear gas.
No, tear gas.
Tear gas, that'll just hurt their eyes.
Everyone knows. They're all like, don't freak out. Everyone be nice.
You bring liberals on for a purpose. This is what
It's
we
a good
want.
idea.
It's like the most insanely violent idea I've ever heard.
It's everyone would be well behaved, wouldn't they, if they knew the pilot could hit a panic?
Terrified.
Fine. We already fly with fear.
Bill, I worry. I know that you have never been on a plane, so I worry about asking you this question. But what do you think?
I can see why that question worried you, Greg. Now, I did used to live in an old airplane hangar, and from my experience, Ghana is a place on the map.
Yes.
And sea.
Yes. But recently I was on a plane 10 years ago. I reclined, and the woman behind me, an elderly woman, looked at me and said, "Can you not do that?" And I said, "I'm sorry." I go, "It's part of the deal. This is my property, and you can recline if you want." And she says, "I'm not." And I go, "Well, I am." And then I realized that most of this comes from people who rarely fly. They don't understand that reclining is not some kind of option. It's actually a necessity when you're on a plane.
Wow. That was a PSA.
It really was.
That was almost beautiful.
I also worry that one day I'm going to get arrested on a plane because I'm going to do something stupid. I just know it.
Right.
And then they'll hit the panic button.
Yeah.
Everyone in the plane.
Yeah. I know it's going to happen. I know it. And I might as well just admit and confess it's going to happen. That way, when maybe I won't lose my job. All right. We'll close things out with the post-game wrap-up. It's going to happen. From Joe DeVito. And to see clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com/redeye.
The baby's gonna love that, hon. Enjoy. Thank you, Aunt Marcy. So where's your gift? Oh, me? I'm waiting for a special delivery. And it's just in time. Special delivery for Jenny. Special delivery for Jenny. Oh, come on in, Nick. Just set it right down there on the counter. Nice package. Congratulations, Jenny. Wait till you see this. Now, have fun today, everybody. Come on, guys. Come on in and take a look at this. Gather round. You need to check this out. I've been waiting to show you this all day. You remember the magic bullet, right? All right, magic bullet margaritas.
What is that?
Oh, wow. That was the best thing in the history of best things.
I know. It literally just it wiped my brain of anything bad. All right. Coming up tomorrow on the next Red Eye, return appearances from VH1 host Carrie Keegan. There she is. U.S. Army Special Forces member Terry Shepard. And entertainment journalist Jill Dobson. One of the most. Oh, look, he's got more papers. Time to go back to Joe DeVito for the post-game wrap-up. What's going on there, Joe?
Hey, Greg, I like that clip from Tranny Baby Shower, I think was the name of that movie. Jedediah, I love to tan, but I hate getting lotion on the pages of what I'm reading. Do you have any suggestions?
I don't. I can't help you out with that one. I'm sorry.
Maybe then you can just tell us about your book that's come out on Kindle at Barnes & Noble.
On Nook, yes, it's on Nook,
on Nook.
barnesandnoble.com, or on Amazon, Kindle and print.
Right on. Thanks for playing along.
Yeah, absolutely.
John DeVore, you have experience with internet trolls. What can you advise us?
Well, Joe, I don't know if you get hated on the internet, but
I
can
do.
help you with that. All you have to do is check out my Twitter account, twitter.com/John DeVore. And I will tell you how to deal with all those people that hate you.
Ambassador Bolton, do you recommend people keep on rocking in the free world?
Sure, why not? I mean, up until the show, I was thinking about running for president, but I think we've pretty well taken care of that.
You know, you're the third person that has decided not to run for president
to you,
on our show.
We are career killers.
We really are.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, only 3. Unbelievable. All right, Joe, well done. I'll see you later, I hope. Thanks, everybody.